Kamala Harris. I know you were hoping you'd never hear that name again, but that's just not realistic, is it, given the political environment we're in and how power hungry some people are? Kamala Harris made an announcement yesterday that she's not running for governor of California. Now, anybody who knows anything about politics, anyone who knows anything about the naked ambition of Kamala Harris knows that's not what she announced yesterday. She didn't announce that she's not running for governor. She announced she's running for president. Let's talk about this, because I know what you're saying. She's horrible. No one will vote for her. No one voted for her last time. Maybe you're right. But remember, in politics, we get shocked sometimes, for better and for worse. We get shocked sometimes. Do I need to remind you, back in 2016, Donald Trump was running for president against Hillary Clinton, and there were like two people in America who thought he was going to win that race. And look, I wasn't one of them either. And don't sit there and pretend like you were one of them either. Every poll had him down. Everyone got him. They practically had already sworn Hillary Clinton in. Election night rolls around. Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America. So let's talk about Dome, the why. First, let's understand her background. Obviously, we make a lot of fun of her, justifiably so, on this show because she's horrible. But what is her background? How did she get her start? She got her start by sleeping with Willie Brown. Why'd she do that? Was she just so attracted to a man who was several years, they think a couple decades, her senior? No, of course not. She's ambitious. She's a human being who dated Hollywood celebrities. There's video of her with Montel Williams. This is a human being, for whatever reason, I don't know what's inside of her, what makes her tick, who will do anything to get ahead. You know people like this. You've known someone like this in your life. You've either gone to school with them, worked with them. I'm not talking about a normal, ambitious person with goals. You've known someone in your life who will do whatever they have to. They'll kill their own mother in order to get that next promotion at work. That's Kamala Harris. Her entire career has been that. Ladder climbing, knifing people over and over and over and over again. I never thought Kamala Harris was going to run for governor. Why? She was vice president. This is a woman who rose from a local level, courtesy of Willie Brown. She rose from a local level all the way up to be Attorney General of California. That's a really, really, really big deal. We don't think about state attorney generals. That's a big deal. It's an important role. Then United States Senator from California, a really big deal. Finally, the Vice President of the United States of America. Now, think about the type of person she is and combine that with the fact she was one heartbeat away from what she really wanted, the pinnacle, everything she's ever wanted, no other place to go. That is the top of the mountain. She was VP. And then they pushed Joe Biden out of the race, wheeled him out the back of the White House. Barack Obama's finance team handed her $2 billion. She's running for president. She could taste it, but she lost. She lost embarrassingly. And so what happened was not an announcement that she's not running for governor. What happened was this. Kamala Harris, as big of a moron as she is, she can read poll numbers. She knows her unpopularity, both in California and nationwide. And she also understands donor anger is real. This is something we've discussed before on this show. Democrat donors are angry with her. Not because she's an idiot or because she screwed up an interview, because she lost. That's all there is to it. When you hand somebody $2 billion and they lose, and now the Antichrist in Democrat minds, that's Donald Trump, the Antichrist is president because Kamala Harris lost, they're bitter, they're angry with her for it. And so she knows this is her last shot at it. This is a human being, 60 years old, who has strived for this her entire life. Shoot, even David Axelrod laid it out. This is her last shot.
Kamala Harris has run for president twice in 2020, and in 2024, she came within a point and a half of the presidency. And running for governor of California, as powerful a position as it is, would be a step back. So it wasn't surprising to me. And it's clear that you read her statement that she is setting herself up to run. And Caitlin, she will begin as the polling leader in any race for president just by dint of having been the nominee the last time. But a lot of Democrats want to turn the page on all of that and look forward. And so it's not going to be easy for her, but it wouldn't have been a slam dunk in a governor's race either. And losing a governor's race would have been the end of her political career.
This is her last shot. It is. And look, I'd be sitting here, I'd be crazy if I sat here and told you that she has no shot. And I'd be crazy if I sat here and told you she can win. From the outside looking in, I mean, you're a logical person. I'm a logical person. We look at politics logically. We look at things like personality. I mean, on the outside, it looks like there's no way this human being could win, right?
Anyone who is 18 today, they were born in 2005. Indeed, yes, wow.
Innovation is about our ability to see what can be, unburdened by what has been.
Well, the press is here. I got some words, I got the vocabulary, and my pronunciation is perfect. I love Venn diagrams. I really do. The three circles, and then they overlap. And so Venn diagrams can help you sort through. I'm just kind of an undercover geek.
I don't know how anybody could vote for that. Neither do you. David Axelrod just laid it out. I've seen polls similar to that. She's going to start out as the leader. Does she stay that way? I doubt it. She couldn't win the last primary, but who knows? We have to keep something in mind because we're about to talk about Newsom and the Rear Admiral here really quickly. Democrat voters are insane. They're deranged communists, and they don't look at the world the way you and I look at the world. So what they're looking for is not at all what you're looking for. They're a completely separate species. Maybe it will be Dome. Maybe it'll be Newsom. And just the thought of that slick-haired lizard person freak being president of the United States of America is about enough to make you throw up in your mouth. I realize that. I'm the exact same way. It'd be awful. Right? It'd be terrible. But he's running. He's not going on all these conservative podcasts like the Sean Ryan show. He's not doing that for funsies. He is branding right now. Gavin Newsom is branding. And this is important because him and the Rear Admiral, they're both doing the exact same thing. They're going to try, you're going to watch this now until 2028, so get used to it. They're going to try to walk a tightrope, a very, very careful tightrope. I don't know that it's a tightrope that can be walked, but they're going to try to walk the tightrope. And here is the tightrope they're going to have to walk. You have to, if you're a Democrat today, you have to let the animals in your base know that you want to burn down America, that you are a communist like they are. You hate everything about America the way they do, and you will burn the place down. But you don't win elections with your animal-like base, with your demonic base. You win elections with the normies, the norms and normas who voted for Obama and then voted for Trump and then voted for Biden and then voted for Trump again. Those morons who have no idea what they're talking about. Those are the people who win and lose elections. You can't freak them out. You can't come right out and say, I'm going to burn down America. You have to sound like a kind of normal person before Norm and Norma will vote for you. So how do you do that? If you're Gavin Newsom, if you're the Rear Admiral, how do you do that? How do you do that on issues like the tranny stuff? Because Norm and Norma hate it. It's the ultimate political loser. Everyone knows it's weird, it's gross, it's not right, it makes people uncomfortable. It is a political loser. It's a tiny sliver of the population. Nobody wants to be associated with it. But you understand you have a demonic base that demands you tranny everything up. You're going to hear 3 years of answers like this.
What about for your values? I mean, is 8 years old too young?
Yeah, I mean, look, I now that I have a 9-year-old, just became 9. Come on, man. I get it. So those are legit. It's interesting, just the issue of age. I'm as someone that's been so focused on equality, broadly, LGBT rights, particularly gay marriage. Mm-hmm. The trans issue for me is also novel. It's over the last few years, I'm trying to understand as much as anyone else. Whole pronoun thing. trying to understand all of that. Well, that was like the hell. I mean, all that stuff. I get it. All this stuff started to collapse on us. I joked with Charlie about Latinx.
What did he say there? Well, he tried to let the demons know he's on their side while letting Norm, hey, I'm not sure. I just didn't understand at the pronoun stuff. I can't. And he kept doing the hint. He's trying to walk that tightrope. The rear admiral. Look, Democrats have read the same poll numbers you've read and the same poll numbers I've read. They know the tranny stuff's a loser. The rear admiral. He's going to run for president again, already gearing up for it. He's trying to do the same thing.
When President Trump says something like no boys and girls sports, which is a phrase that they use, it sounds like you're not signing on to that.
I think that chess is different from weightlifting, and weightlifting is different from volleyball, and middle school is different from the Olympics. So that's exactly why I think that we shouldn't be grandstanding on this as politicians. We should be empowering communities and organizations and schools to make the right decisions.
What? What's that mean? What's his stance? Well, he wants Norma to let them know he's with them, and he wants the demons to know he's with them. 2028 is going to be wild, and you, me, we're going to be here walking through all of it. I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.